Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting discussion, another Minecraft discussion. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and it is, again, my honor and privilege to help you become the boss of your brain, to become the boss of your thoughts. This Hamlet's getting a little spicy there. He's a little bit of a curmudgeon. Can be very sweet. Anyway, so today's discussion is on fitting in versus belonging, because there's such a difference. And what has me thinking about this, I think, is because we were off to a great start to our semester at Champlain College. We're in person, thank goodness. And honestly, there's not much more beautiful than a college campus in the fall. Not that the leaves are turning yet, but it's still really pretty, and there's a lot of buzz, and students seem very happy to be there. I'm definitely happy to be there. I love the buzz of the start of school. New backpacks, new clothes. It's just fun to watch the students moving around. So that has me thinking about the fitting in part, because it's obviously very important. As first years showing up where they don't know anyone, they do forget that they're all in the same boat. No one knows anyone. So I try to remind them of that. Hi, Hamlet. And there's Caesar. He's a little strange, but very sweet. And they're mating, so hopefully that won't be something embarrassing in the background. But anyway, so the fitting in thing, right? So having the right clothes to wear, and gravitating towards your peeps, as far as who's into gaming, who's a game major, who's a psych major, who's a criminal justice major. Trying to find things in common with people, and people to go to lunch with and dinner with, and just trying to figure it all out, figure out how to do laundry, and just trying to, find ways to fit in, clubs at work for you, the whole thing. And fitting in, I think we tend to think of it as being more of a teenager thing, or even younger, of course. So let's say like preteens. Tween is, though, actually not a psychology word. A lot of people don't know that. It's a marketing term. Because tweens, way back when at least, were like the highest spenders. No bills, babysitting, they're all making it happen. Anyway, so the fitting in thing that people tend to think of as a younger kid thing, teenagers, high schoolers, and then young adults in college. And that's all true to those different, developmental stages. Though it can also be true for us seasoned grown-ups. We can somehow fall back into that. And that's because we have a huge need to belong, which is different. It's very, very different. Oh, it's going to be a nice sunset tonight, I think. It looks like it's going to be. And so the fitting in thing can lead there, okay? But fitting in is different, because fitting in is about, it's more superficial. I'm not saying it's not necessary. We're not saying, people are being shallow Hals, because it is, especially for the younger, the teenagers and young adults, and the younger kids and all that. That's part of it. Though it is about being consciously aware, observing other people, and trying, to sort of actively, and people don't like the word conform, but is what we're kind of talking about, right? Wearing the right clothes. And I remember my dear friend Dr. Dave used to say, this is ages ago, so these brands have probably changed, but I remember he said, if it was Aeropostale and Abercrombie and Fitch, I think, if those two went out of business on a dime's notice, the St. Mike's students would all be naked, and that was a while ago. It's probably other brands now. But it's so true. And, the right sneakers, and saying the right things, doing the right things, eating the right things, showing interest in the right things, ba. And we can get really, we can still fall into that as seasoned grown-ups, and I've caught myself in that at various different positions I've felt, but professionally, that, you kind of be conscious of, migrating this way, migrating that. They're saying this, doing that. You don't even realize it sometimes. I'm like, hey, whoa, because and part of this is because we can put people and or situations on pedestals, and I don't think we always realize that. And we think of a pedestal as like when we're, in high school and putting a teacher on a pedestal or something, or a coach maybe, and we do that as well. But I don't think we really think of it also as being situations, giving it way more importance than it deserves, as far as being accepted, way more importance than it deserves. And I've definitely caught myself, even in my seasoned years, kind of doing that. And here's the thing, we've said this before, if we treat someone like a celebrity, they're going to treat you like a fan. It's just how it is. And they can pick up that vibe, that energy of being placed up here. That's also true with a situation. If, a certain group, is seemingly more important at your workplace or at the school you're in or whatever like that, or in your town, you're giving off that vibe that, like, they're all up here and I wish I could be them, versus here kind of thing. And they pick that up. And that's really not what we want. So that's the fitting in part. That's the putting people or situations on pedestals versus a genuine sense of belonging, which is so different. That's when your authentic self is in line with what you're saying and what you're doing, and the authentic self does not have a need to fit in, right? This is a genuine sense of I gel here with these people, with these situations, where I'm living, the town, the job, whatever it is. And we don't have to make an effort to belong. Similarly to, I remember, when I was at a retreat at St. Mike's many moons ago, one of the students who did the self-awareness talk said that to me, in my 18-year-old self. And I don't remember what I asked. It had something to do with being yourself and how do you, whatever. I don't remember what I said. But his answer was, being yourself takes zero effort. If you're being yourself, it shouldn't take any effort at all. So that's how you know you're not being yourself. Like, if you're getting exhausted trying to be yourself, you're not being yourself. And genuine sense of belonging is similar to that, because it's about just being you, doing your thing, and you just, it's natural. It's very natural to kind of land where you want to land, and certainly following your passion, which I'm all about that, and how much teaching fills me up and over the top, and also my well-being role fills me up over the top too. And it is just natural. My cup runneth over, as I like to say.